In my day, we had to walk 2 hours in the snow to get to a comic book store. When we got there, comics were only 75 cents each. So for that and other old man rants, stay tuned. Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome, mad creators, to the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. And we are going to create some robots today, specifically some blueprint robots. If you've been watching this channel, maybe you've seen me do these before. These are the videos a little shorter than the average video that I do, where I just want to pick a topic and just touch base on it. And then if you guys want to continue on that topic in the comment section, or if you want to branch off to a bigger, a longer video on that same topic, it's just a way for me to kind of introduce an idea, and we'll see where that goes if people are interested in talking more about that idea. But what sparked this particular idea, and today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about not having any excuses, because we are living just in this amazing time. And what I was thinking was, I'm seeing all these young artists, and just the work they're putting out there is just so incredible. I mean, just like, you know, I've been doing this for a while, and there's some of these kids that just, their stuff just blows me away. And I'm like, man, I can't believe how, I mean, if I was only that good at that young of an age. And but then I started thinking, why is that? And really, I mean, growing up, having the access to the internet and all this stuff, I mean, just everything is at our fingertips. So I want to talk about that with so many benefits out there, on so many ways we can learn, and all the resources that are out there. There really aren't any excuses not to be able to, you know, to work. You got to work hard, but with all this stuff that we have, all this information that we have, there's really no excuse for us not to, if we want to, to become great artists. Again, we got to put in the time. That's a big part of it. But it's a lot easier to put in the time when you have resources you know, around to help you with that. So that's what I want to talk about today while I work on a blueprint sketch here. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to work on an angel, a robotic angel. So that should be fun. So let's get to work. So I think if you're younger or you're growing up nowadays and you want to become an artist, either professional or just kind of live that artist lifestyle, you have such an advantage right now. I mean, it's just an amazing time. And I don't want to sound like the old guy that's complaining about how I had it so hard back when I was coming up, as an artist and everything, but it was a lot different. But honestly, I'm kind of jealous, and because I mean, you guys just have all this information is so accessible to you, and but that's an awesome thing. And I mean, right now I'm taking advantage of all this stuff myself, so it's really cool. But I thought I'd give a little comparison, and again, hopefully it doesn't come off too much as an old man rant, but I just want to talk a little bit about how things were when I was coming up compared to how they are now, and just what an awesome time it is, and just to let you guys know that you really don't have any excuses if you want to become a great artist, or if you want to try to make it go at this whole art thing, because it's really amazing. So start off just learning how to become an artist. I mean, just YouTube alone, I mean, pretty much anything that you want to know how to draw, or anything, because I always get questions like, oh, how do you do this, or how do you do that? And not all of it's something that I would go into on one of my videos, but even if I don't go to it, usually I'll just refer them to somebody else who did this awesome job. Like, I don't do a lot of like tutorials, like step-by-step stuff, but that stuff is out there. If you want to learn if you're having trouble drawing hands or figure drawing or anything like that, there's just so many resources out there. And sometimes on YouTube you kind of have to hunt for it. But you know, you also have things like Skillshare and Udemy. So if you want to pay a little bit of money or a subscription or whatever for something like that, that's a little easier to find what you're looking for. It's a little more structured. So sometimes it pays to make a little investment in that. But if you want to do a little hunting or whatever, and really it's not that hard to find what you're looking for. It's just a simple, you know, YouTube search or Google search, and you can find, you know, how to draw pretty much anything you need. I mean, it really is just amazing. And it's beyond just learning how to draw. or create, and it's not limited to drawing. If you anything you want to do, or something you want to make, or something you want to do for your business or whatever, it's all right there. Whereas before, you know, you have to go to the library and research this stuff. Maybe a book wasn't in. I mean, it wasn't that easy to do this kind of stuff. And if you're trying to like make a business out of being an artist, I mean, just think of what we have now. I mean, we can have T-shirts with our designs on them. Back when I was growing up, we purchased like all the screen printing stuff. We had to make an investment on that and kind of just ask around, oh, who knows how to do this, or find books on it or whatever, whereas now just go to a video. But you don't even have to do that anymore. All you have to do is go to one of these print-on-demand or these direct-to-garment companies, and they just upload your design. They'll print. You don't have to invest in the T-shirts or anything. They can print it and send it out to you shipping. You don't have to worry about all the shipping. I mean, this is all really difficult stuff back then. And beyond that, and for us comic creators, when I didn't really get as far as like producing a comic back when I was growing up. Back then I was trying to, when I was first getting into comics, I was just trying to ship my stuff to the companies and stuff. And even though everything I did, mostly what I was showing them was creator-owned stuff that they didn't really have any interest in. But if I wanted to produce that myself, I would have had to go to like an offset printer, and I would have to order like 2,500, maybe 1,500 at the very least of these things, not knowing if I could sell it. And that's a big investment. Whereas now we've got we've got print on demand, and we've got things like Amazon Create Space, or and there's just a slew of digital comic book print on demand where you can just, if you just need a couple copies or whatever, you can do that. I mean, it really is amazing. And beyond comics, just all the other ancillary products. If you want to put your artwork on a mug or anything like that, before you'd have to call the manufacturer, and usually since you're not ordering a whole lot, you'd have to talk to the reps, and they didn't want to share all that stuff because you were wasting their time because you're just a small fry. But now you can do all that stuff. If you just one-off things, just send it out. You can create whole stores there's so many e-commerce platforms that, I mean, I remember early on trying to do that. It was thousands and thousands of dollars just to get an e-commerce platform in the beginning of the internet. Now it's like practically some of the stuff is free. So it just has opened up so much opportunity. I don't think I could do what I do now, because I didn't really want to knock on all those doors and talk to all those people. Now I can just research it, and if you feel nervous about calling people, you don't have to do all that. You can find all that information out there and build your business and do all this stuff. Nowadays, if you want to publish, self-publish, or do your own thing, make your own products, there's really nothing stopping you. And even financially, if you don't have the money to put into this, I mean, now we've got like Patreon and Kickstarter, Indiegogo, all these crowdfunding platforms, and sometimes it's going to take a little while to build up, that audience or whatever, but those tools are around as well, and it's just so much easier. I mean, back when I was in children's entertainment, we created a kids television show, and we had to go and we had to talk to like investors, and it was, and just trying to raise money for this thing, and the people that we did have backing, sinking their own money to it and stuff like that. And now, I mean, if that was around back then, I mean, maybe that show would have eventually been a bigger success. I mean, we got to the point where we got it optioned by a Hollywood studio and everything, but then it just kind of fell off from there. But who knows? I mean, if we could have just went right to the people, because we had we had a small group of fans locally that wanted to see this, but we just didn't have that way to deliver it to them, and we could have probably done that if it was things were the way they are today. So trying to go through those channels and get through the gatekeepers, and so and so studio, will you take a look at this? Will you option this? Will you sink some money into this so we can produce this pilot and all this kind of stuff? It would have been an entirely different game. We wouldn't have had to worry about the gatekeepers. We could have went right to the fans and get that stuff out there. If we would have had YouTube, we could have put our programs on YouTube. We wouldn't have had to try to get it on television, which we had a couple of times. We had to buy, sometimes we had to buy ad space to show it and all this kind of stuff. But it's just, the game has changed and the gatekeepers are gone and we can pretty much do whatever we want, and it really is an amazing time, and I really want you guys to take advantage of this, and there's no excuses at all for you to be held back because everything's at your fingertips. All right, so here we go. Here's my automated angel design, and so that's fun. I do like doing these blueprint sketches, and I like touching on some of these topics. So what do you guys think about just, you know, this idea of not having any excuses with the just the resources we have available at our fingertips? It's really an amazing time. I just wish I had all this stuff when I was growing up, because I think I would be a much better artist than I am today. But you know, it's just an awesome time. So let me know what you guys think, and how about let me know if there are like resources out there that you guys turn to kind of perfect your craft. Let me know about some of those. Leave those in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. That is all. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me here in the Art Lab. There's a lot of other great content on the channel, so click that subscribe button and you won't miss a thing. If you're an aspiring evil genius, visit Serkworks.com for all your mad science supply needs. And if you want to contact me, hit me up in the comment section or follow me on social media. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you then.